Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about the importance of life insurance in our lives. Today we will learn about the basics of life insurance in our society. I hope you enjoy the video and watch it until the end. Thank you. Let us begin. What is a life insurance? We all know that life changes from one day to the next, from one moment to another, unfortunately. If your children, your partner, your parents or anyone who depends on you is not guaranteed financial independence, you should ensure their future. As no one is safe from an accident. Life insurance allows you to protect the people under your care if something happens to you and you cannot help them. Your insurance will take care of them. The people you love the most can receive compensation for the insured capital at once or also in the form of income so that your children have their studies guaranteed, for example, or for your family to pay the mortgage, or so that your partner can continue paying the bills of the car or the rent of his business. Compare prices and coverage in the main insurers. Let yourself be advised by an insurance agent that analyzes your case, your needs and the ones of your loved ones. Because life insurance is cheap and ensuring the future of your family is priceless. Resultados de Biscuita Resultado de Traducción Español Inglés. What does life insurance cover? Basically, if you die or you become totally invalid, but it can be expanded to more coverages. If you are going to get life insurance, you should tell your insurance broker what your hobbies are, because some insurances exclude death during risk sports. In other words, if you are passionate about bungee jumping, you should ask that this be covered as well. Your insurance company will not take over if your heirs decide to take you out of the way to collect. Let them know. And he doesn't want to know anything if you die from traveling to a country at war. You also cannot commit suicide during the first year of having life insurance. We advise you never to do so. Regarding disability, generally, life insurance only covers it if it is total, but you can choose a broader policy. Read the conditions of your life insurance to know what is excluded. Life insurance is very cheap and, logically, they have limitations. But if you want, you can cover additional risks at a higher cost. Who should be the beneficiary of life insurance? When life insurance policies are made by a bank, it usually puts itself as a beneficiary. In other words, you die and the insurance company pays the compensation to the bank instead of your family. With this, the outstanding capital of the mortgage is settled. Depending on which community you live in and what inheritance taxes you are required to pay, it may be advantageous for your bank to receive the amount to pay the mortgage. But would it not be better if you insured your life for an amount greater than the money you owe on the mortgage, so that yours could meet other expenses and get ahead if you miss? When you are paying a mortgage, you never know exactly what you owe, the interests, the outstanding capital, and a lot of concepts make you mess up and never be clear about it. That is why you should not leave exclusively in the hands of your bank things that only they understand. It is logical that the bank charges, but your family also. Paying the mortgage is usually not enough when a family member dies. It is necessary to extend the coverage. For how much money to do the insurance? To contract life insurance, they will ask you what capital you want to insure, that is, how much do you want the insurance company to pay your heirs if something happens to you? Logically, the more you need, the more you will pay for your insurance. How to calculate it? Include capital that is at least 5 times your gross annual salary. That is, if you earn euros 24,000 a year, insure a capital of euros 120,000. If you have a mortgage, add the amount of what you have left to pay so that your heirs can meet the bank fees. If you have debts for personal loans or car letters, add them to the insured capital. Also think about the particular situation of yours. Are your children young or already making a living? Does your partner have his own resources or does he need your financial contribution? Are there dependent relatives? Add all this together and calculate the capital you must secure to protect the people you love. What is the health questionnaire? And the medical checkup? To get life insurance, the company will ask you about your health. It stands to reason you want your customers not to die. You will have to answer a short medical questionnaire with questions about your health and your lifestyle. Our advice is that you never lie, because if you die from an ailment that you had not previously stated, your insurance may not take over. This questionnaire is very simple if you are under 45 and if the insured capital is less than 300,000. Check with your insurance broker because not all companies require the same requirements. In some cases, due to advanced age or because you want to hire a very high capital, the insurer may request that you have a medical examination at a center arranged with the company. Great. This way you will know if you are well and what you must do to take care of yourself. Keep in mind that the company will have to make a large outlay if something happens to you, so it will check that you have not tried to cheat it. Can I have more than one life insurance? Yes, you can have all you want and you can pay. If something happens to you, your family will collect compensation for all the insurance you have in force at that time. In the event that you already have mortgage insurance with your bank, keep in mind that it will only cover the debt of the house. In all likelihood, that will not be enough for your family. Widowhood and orphan pensions, if any, are not usually sufficient to maintain the desired economic level. You are interested in taking out additional insurance that covers other debts, insures your children's studies, or compensates for the lack of your income. In general, it is convenient to have at least euros 300,000 insured so that the family can get by if one dies. When does life insurance end? It usually ends at 70 or 75 years old, and you can only hire until 65. Companies know that we have an expiration date, so it would be absurd to insure as if we were eternal. When the policyholder reaches that age, the insurance is automatically cancelled, and so glad we didn't need it, right? Life insurance policies are paid annually, and the amounts that companies charge are increased by different percentages depending on age. Until the age of 50, the increases are small. From 50 to 55 they rise, then more it is normal, because our chances of dying also rise. When contracting life insurance, we can choose whether we want the insured capital to be revalued each year according to the CPI, or with a certain percentage, or if we prefer that it be kept always for the same amount. This will also influence the receipt to pay. An insurance broker will be able to advise us on the offers of the different companies that are most advantageous for our personal situation. If I am the beneficiary, how do I collect life insurance? There may be two cases. That the beneficiary is the insured himself due to a situation of disability, or that they are his heirs because he has died. The first thing will be to inform the insurance company of the disability or death. If the only insurance the insured had was that contracted with the bank for the mortgage, the bank is most likely the beneficiary. It will be necessary to contact the entity to manage the cancellation of the debt. The beneficiaries of the insurance must carry out the procedures required by the insurer, such as presenting the opinion of incapacity of the Social Security or the Mutual Society, if applicable, or the death certificate, the medical report, reports from the judicial authority in the event that death has occurred by accident, provide the will or the certificate of the registry of last wills, etc. It is best to contact the insurance company as soon as possible and indicate the necessary requirements to make the deposit in the account of the beneficiaries. Is life insurance the same as death insurance? No. They are different, and you may need both. Life insurance protects you in case of disability and protects yours if you die. A funeral insurance pays you for burial expenses which, in case you don't know, are quite high. To avoid adding displeasure to your family if you die, it would be good if you had death insurance, which you can pay annually, in installments, or in a single payment. With this you make sure that your expenses are paid by you, without being burdensome for anyone. Contracting a death insurance is a gesture of education, civility and consideration that we should all do. But be careful, sometimes there are those who have a magnificent funeral, but then leave their family with 2 candles. Life insurance is the most important thing. Life insurance is more expensive in a bank or in an insurance company? In a bank. Without a doubt. A comparative study of risk life insurance premiums, carried out by Unease, the data and information company in the insurance sector, and the global actuarial consultancy, has revealed that it is possible to save between 30% and 45% on average if insurance is contracted to an insurance company instead of contracting it to your bank. In some cases, the report detects up to 42% less price in insurers compared to banks. It is logical. Your bank is not an insurance company, and interest is really low. It has to be financed somehow, but you may not want it to be done at your expense. If you choose to save money yourself, instead of saving it from your bank, it is better to buy your life insurance from an insurance company. An insurance broker will be able to offer you the best prices of each company according to your needs. Can I change my insurance if I already have it with the bank? Yeah, right. In reality, one can and should change the life insurance of their bank to an insurance company, or even from one insurance company to another, if they offer more advantages, better benefits and cheaper prices. In economic matters there is no reason to swear allegiance to anyone. The policyholder must insure his interests and those of his family. Better than going to a certain company is asking for advice from an insurance brokerage that works with the main insurance companies, or consulting an insurance comparator to see what is best for us and find out about different offers. To change life insurance with the bank to one company or from one company to another, it is necessary to ask what requirements we need, but in time, because we must request it at least 1 month before the annual expiration of the policy. Generally, we will have to send a certified letter requesting the cancellation with all our information and those of the policy, or present it personally. I hope you have learned more about life insurance. Thanks for watching the video until the end. I hope you subscribe for next videos in your Free Your Mind channel.